nice experience. I was wondering actually if the 500 euro thing comes back. I think you tricked the AI, huh?
That's only for Ank.
You manipulated them.
So actually it's interesting that 100 that we had like a top didn't appear.
Yeah.
And we didn't plan. Like there was also like 100 kind of as an option.
So the 500 was only for us.
So 500 was for the beginning. Yeah.
As any casino,
as any casino
the
house
game is
always
rigged.
win.
And we grew up in Serbia surrounded with this casino kind of aesthetics and betting shops and stuff like that. So in many ways, we wanted to play with this aesthetics and poetics of betting shops, and we more and more moved towards betting shops.
Because they're everywhere. Literally like bakeries, pharmacies, and betting shops. Bakeries, pharmacies,
Betting
a
shops
lot.
and
Banks.
banks. Four horsemen of the capitalist transition epoch.
Yeah. So that was kind of in the air.
Oh. You read the book from Milo Rau?
By
Milo Rau?
no,
Not his. But you know about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he uses this metaphor. Horsemen.
The what? Horseman?
The four horsemen of the apocalypse, like one artist used it in a book.
Yeah.
Similar comics and that. So, yeah.
Apocalypse, okay.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I know Milo Robert, I don't know that story. Not before Musketeer, no? It's not.
I know it's from the Bible.
Okay, I'm doing it.
Yeah, John. Book of John.
Okay. Yeah, well, I was wondering about the camouflage or about the pictures you use, what the connection is, or maybe when people tell us what you saw as a connection when all these pictures of this collection, these ones.
Shall I pick it or?
Well, if somebody else wants to
Okay.
say something, that's fine.
We still have somebody to.
I think we still have something. We have boxer.
Anna is our has wants to. Yeah. So bring it. Just like put some. Oh, don't say anything.
No,
Do you want to say something more about the hotels?
Yeah.
Actually, I just because you mentioned this with the camouflage and boats was because yesterday we tried it without boats. There was these boats that dazzle ships that maybe you can say something because you discovered them. For me,
Dazzle ships are really amazing. You would see, you probably saw them. Dazzle ships were used in the First World War as type of military camouflage.
All the black and white.
All the black and white and this crazy.
That's why he's in black and white.
Yes, and my shoes as well, and Anna's shirt as well. So the idea was to somehow paint these ships so you can fool enemy submarines and periscopes from the submarines. You can create an optical illusion. People who would be, wanting to fire at these ships wouldn't be sure are they closer or further away, and because they were painted in such a weird way, they were kind of dazzling the enemy. So we wanted to play with this idea of how to dazzle the enemy for the 21st century, because now we live in this super saturated world, high-tech surveillance and algorithms, be it online, be it in the streets, with a lot of cameras, with a lot of tracking, a lot of big tech entering our lives, quantifying it in many different sort of ways. So we started playing with this aesthetics of dazzling, how to dazzle. You can dazzle visually, but you could also dazzle by movement. That was the idea with the dazzle ships.
So when Uroš brought these ships, I also thought like it's nice to give it a contrast with this kind of fluid beach-like enjoyment, nudity, water,
Life that is a flow, that is not.
that you kind of
something
just
that you can
enjoy,
measure.
and then that there's this war around. But then yesterday we tried it without, and then Stefan has this idea, and also Uroš, to put them a bit, to bring back the ships, and I think it was beautiful to see them together today. Yes, it was especially as
Yeah, also to show where all this technology comes from, not military use, mostly military use, and it's developed.
So we wanted to play with this counterfunk. That one hand, we have this super playful flow of experiences, but on the other hand, we have this machinic technology, like the system that tracks and follows and quantifies and puts everything in a grid. In many ways, we feel like these three people here, like our residency, these three people on the beach, and the world is falling apart in the face.
That was the feeling.
This is how we treat.
Yeah, that was the feeling.
That was the
Yeah,
feeling,
yeah.
yeah. Especially because there are protests now in Serbia.
Also,
And the government also used some high-tech equipment against the protesters. We still don't know what kind of
Yes.
equipment was used.
possibly a sound cannon.
Some kind of
Some kind of
sound,
sound cannon.
infrasound
Device.
device. We still don't know what it was.
To do what?
To like to kind of
Disperse or
To
provoke.
scare them.
to scare the people who were tightly placed in the street, being silent for 15 minutes to kind of honor 15 victims at the canopy crash in Novi Sad that happened. And then in this silence, people were just like disturbed by something so like almost like urging you to run. So it was really very fucked up. Yeah. So it's kind of more and more starting to be from army also okay.
Corporations, militaries, governments, everybody with power is using more and more of these kind of algorithms. But we didn't want to be super moralizing about all that. We wanted to make something that's actually fun and enjoyable for people.
Well, actually, that's what I liked a lot. That you don't take this too serious AI discourse. Not so serious, no. But I mean, what you told before is there's a lot of serious things behind also.
I was always drawn to these things that are at the same time a little bit childish, but capable of speaking about really serious, fucked up stuff. To have this kind of tension between something that's really playful on one hand, but on the other hand, this is actually quite serious and then kind of disturbing.
Actually, I was very excited to watch one. Not excited and not afraid because I know already about stuff. But when you wrote outside 92% of human movement will be like labeled as human for AI by 2024 or 2040, maybe others don't know, but then for this opportunity to try the camera because it makes it so fast to really feel it. And yeah, they already do like recognize people not only by the faces, also by how you move and by your ears, everything. And you want some people to try to mimic their faces, like with expressions like this will not be recognized, but that won't work anymore. Because they small parts you want already from the face, like from phone you can say, yeah, with mask, sure, like half of the face is away, but still to recognize like very precisely. So that's very real, right? And even more exciting because it's at Tanzhaus and we talk about dance and crazy dance and then some walking and fast and everything. And kind of it connects a few dots. Thank you.
Thank you.
Maybe you want to say something about the last kind of wolf, this story. Why you brought it?
Not really. Like I don't have a desire. Maybe I will just say that I was quite happy with the movement proposals tonight, and like the movement for me was something I was kind of picking up, like what people offer, and also like among three of us, like something that was kind of being my anchor, like movement-wise. So probably that was something quite particular. Or is it pretty new?
Yeah, today it works. Yeah, it works. It's between not disturbs the story, but inside inside it there is movement, and I think hopefully everybody feels it the same way today.
Do you enjoy being these guys?
Yeah.
The movements that appeared to me is just touching. Also, I know it's a Tanzhaus and probably people are kind of experiencing that adventure, then it still was quite easy to see moving process inside the
Yeah, I have the same feeling. We did enjoy the movement, more of being observed from a camera and what would be the result. So the movement was more important, regardless of human or non-human. So the joy is for me that matters. But well, it's a topic really to think about and our future, where we go. Because my mobile phone yesterday asked me if I want to have a face recognition to enter my data. So it says a lot.
My mobile even not recognized some days.
So, yeah.
You are not Anke.
You're not
Yeah.
not today.
Shit.
Not today.
Is it not me?
I need to make a phone call quickly.
So going on to your first question about these images, with all the discussion of AI, I was trying to figure out whether we're looking at AI images for what's all the essence production mode of those images, which for me was kind of I come from photography, so that's orientation. What are we looking at right now? That was one thing. And another thought that came up, and it did rise with working together on stage, but I was wondering what happens if we try to imagine a different tactic, and that is trying to create a superhuman or multi-human figure. Will we still be human or recognized as human if we come as a group? Would that work? If you have like many arms and legs or Bob, or to what extent can we both physically, technologically, and conceptually work to this idea of self, human, group, borders, that war, taking that in front of the film now.
Thank you. Thank you for the question, and thank you for your T-shirt, which is just Actually, we had a similar idea.
Yeah, you had this proposal. Uroš, you thought about it, and since we are testing a lot of stuff, this is coming back. It was like I was thinking 2 players are kind of enough, but it comes as a possibility to also to have a group of people moving, which would be a nice desire also for like a piece, but it's coming again now.
Like as one body.
As a one group, as a body.
Yeah, a group that can defeat the machine when many atomized individuals cannot.
Is it a learning system?
Is it
a learning AI?
Not really. It's quite a basic AI actually.
Okay, so it doesn't, like when we food, it doesn't learn new tricks to beat us in the next
No,
round.
not
It
yet.
does get better round to round.
No, it's basically the idea that's already built into Kinect, combined with some things in Touch Designer. And we really had a lot of help from people from MIREVI from Patrick and Ivan and Ben. Ben is not with us tonight, but Patrick and Ivan are, and they helped us a lot
Here
so,
with us.
so they helped us with the technology, and the idea was to use this rudimentary AI to see whether it's, you know, bad enough so we can fool it, and we made it a little bit more stupid, so it will be easier for
Because I guess
participants.
the subsequent question is, do we feed the machine by fooling it? Because eventually, the more we trick the machine, AI is learning. Maybe this is disconnected, but technically AI started dealing with it learns the tricks. And the more we fool it, the more it learns.
That's it, and with security.
Yeah. So it's a question of what is, it's another kind of give and take platform of, are we actually helping the system get better now with what we're doing?
This is a great question because that was also one of the ideas how to end the piece. With this feeling, like in the end, we have a feeling that we somehow overcame the machine, but actually the machine took more data from us. So this is something that we wanted to draw by giving you these little cards with these data pieces. So what is that the machine has learned about you from you participating in this experiment? So this is also something that that was the meaning of how soul is made.
Yeah.
When you're fighting the casino, it's really hard to beat the casino. There's just another layer of meaning. Maybe since this is just an experimental, like this is the first time that we did this, we should add these layers to be a bit more obvious next time.
But I can give you some hope. I'm from the tech field, and there are people like experimenting doing stuff like that. For example, you know, the point confidence. It's like they do like investigative journalism, for example, against or like in a country where like they are on the offensive side, in a dictatorship country, for example, and they try to protect those journalists. And they could kind of easily, because there are like many open source AI projects, make a local version, train them to like evade the cameras, for example, when they go for some investigation there. And that's the way you can still do it like without like supporting the system, right? Because there won't be like one big super AI taking everything. Not now.
Not now.
Not the next 10 years probably. But yeah, but you can if you have like tech savvy people merging with like journalists or artists, you can always make it happen because it's in the end it's a machine and you can just like air gap like connection with the internet and then you upload. It will always work until the quantum computing is going through the air everywhere. No, probably.
Or just destroy the power source and have
Yes.
super blackout.
Having a blackout. Yeah, that's the thing so actually. It's not a bad thing in this context.
For me, it was connected also to the kind of army mode, like this kind of blackout shortages of electricity, power cuts. Also I experienced them during kind of 1999 with the bombing, when there was like targeted to be like power cuts, and then since AI is maybe fed mostly with power, it felt also like one part of the solution could be that we live a bit in a kind of darker mode after this kind of shift for maybe just like to kind of put it there. So it was one try.
And then it can, I think both things can easily be flipped over. You never know when the keys to the vehicle fall into the wrong hands,
Yes.
or who's sitting next to you. And the blackout can also be a very powerful tool of the ruling system to keep you in the dark, to disconnect you from what you need, or so it can go both ways. It can be kind of a subversive move, but it can also be a power.
This is a very bad situation.
Yeah.
Seriously, I mean, you can use it to silence and press and keep people intact, but since it's all in the dark, you don't necessarily know exactly what they're doing. Unless you have IR. Optics.
was wondering because we got the reactor slides and caption of the new experiment with other like light sources, like reflective mirrors, anything that distorts the body to object.
We tried like the first week when we were working at MIREVI, but not so much with mirror. I mean, it was more like a smoke, which we have here, and we can play. Like we were kind of
afraid.
we were kind of afraid to use the smoke, like, but we can use it now for the talk. Just to put some smoke.
I'm not sure because maybe
So
the alarm goes on. So
Yeah, so maybe it was good, wise that we didn't use it. So, but some shower rain would be awesome.
No, but
we tried it.
I said it.
Tried it with mirrors and kind of objects.
Could have
I
added
remember
so
Patrick was having this
much.
big plant, like a shield. So it was there at the beginning, but kind of then the loop. Yeah.
Really appreciate it because we found the kind of the choreography of using technology in a way that makes you move. It really branded us very static, like the perform. For the scene, it's really.
And some of the moves that we saw, I mean, your moves were actually so creative. I was just amazed to see like levels of human ingenuity. It's great. Like all the different things that you tried. They're just such a beautiful lexicon of choreographic moves. I'm really inspired.
Kind of corresponded with photographs and it's not live, right?
Yeah. About the intensity of light.
That you were like, I was really super happy because we were here from 3rd of March, like in Düsseldorf. Carnival time, we started at the carnival, but it was so beautiful to kind of land in MIREVI first, so also to work with Ilona, Patrick and Vlad, and so it was so beautiful to like,
Leon
it was so,
Leon and Jeff here.
Leon and Jeff joined us later, yeah, but like, you were like the first ones, like we were communicating, that was so beautiful, yeah, to have a team, and then we kind of grew up, like, and I take that with me now. Wow, it was such a like more than a month of quite settling work. I totally appreciate. So thank you for being here. Yeah.
Thanks a lot. You treated us really, really nicely, both MIREVI and Tanzhaus. So we really feel.
Grateful for the
Great.
Yeah.
Yes.
can you leave us here your mega picture?
Totally, like take whatever image you want. They are a bit adjusted with AI, not all of them.
Yes.
Like that one is adjusted with AI. And this one, for example, a bit with the letters. And it's like a private collection.
This one was adjusted by AI.
This was just like polished a bit by AI. Like it was more like
Polished.
polished, yeah. And some others, so they're kind of mixed between analog, digital, and AI modified.
What's this capital letter in the middle actually?
These ones?
Yeah, what language is it?
It's a Latin. It's a Latin language.
No, I was joking about the card. Like,
You were thinking, it's a Latin.
because we were joking.
It's a Latin font. It's a Latin. Or it's a capital letter. Latin. Yeah. But I will translate for the people who don't know Latin. I will say later. It's really nice. Beautiful poem.
Off camera.
If you see them up there, like, what?
Really?
I saw correctly.
Think about this glitchy moment when you were like.
Yes.
So yeah. We have more racy ones, but these are kind of nice choice. So it kind of goes. It's not really attacking you. It's kind of blending with these ones.
I would also like to say thank you to you, because it was very, I could say, refreshing working with the team. We have a lot of taken art projects in MIREVI. We work with a lot of artists, and very often in a very complex way with really complex concepts and complex technology. And this time I feel that we achieved a lot without complicating too much. Because there was technology there, which kind of changed everything, because you were amazing and you were so creative and came up with so many beautiful thoughts around it. It kind of proves that it's not, you don't have to be a tech genius to make the project with technology. Take something else.
I mean, he is a genius, no?
Yeah. You were a genius then. No, but I think you know what I mean. It's, at the end it took only 6 weeks, which is nothing to build the project.
We tend to fetishize, computer scientists
Yes, yes, that's what
and
I
people who are technology and all that, but I think more and more we need people with not only with this kind of background, people who can see bigger picture, who can understand different aspects of society, of art, of ways, human needs, stuff that's not only related to technology. I'm afraid of this world where we super fetishize, computer people and tech people at the expense of everybody else. So the older I get, even though I come from the background of computer science, more and more I enjoy this kind of poetic projects that are not so tech heavy. So they can open us up for some other kind of questions. Thank you, Ivan. This was all.
I just want to say, like, time-wise, it's very hard to develop. So, like, time-wise, like, so that was also a bit strategic. Choosing simple technology time-wise is beautiful. Like, we didn't really stress with that, because if we would choose more complicated one, it would be like really crazy stress. Yeah. So this is like time-wise was suitable. Yeah.
But it wouldn't make it better, that's what I mean. More complex technology wouldn't necessarily make it better.
Sure.
Okay. I would say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we will perform in some other towns next year, and some other resident artists from the other venues we are cooperating in this project will probably then come here in January. So it's time. Please follow what's going on. It's called MODINA.eu is the website of this project, which is a European Düsseldorf partners are the German part, and 4 other venues, all in East Europe actually. Yeah.
Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you. And danke.